Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie, and let's get started. For DIY number 1, I'm going to begin with this scrap piece of subflooring wood that my husband left behind. So he left it behind, it's mine. And I went in with the Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, and now I'm going to do a little dry brushing with the Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. And I'll do both sides just for good measure, like this. Just a nice dry brushing. Now I just set this aside, and I'm going to take some extra scrap wood, and I went ahead and cut these so they're cut a little funny. Don't make fun of me. I'm going to go in with these colors, these candy corn colors, and paint them like this. And then I'm going to take these markers, they're acrylic paint markers, and I'm just going to do a little definition on the edges of these candy corn chunks of wood. And also I'm going to go in with the white marker to do a little bit of highlighting, so to speak, just to give like a little bit of shadowing or so, just in certain little areas. And I do this to all of my candy corn made out of wood until they look like this. Now they're looking a little animated, which is the look I was going for. And I'm going to go back to my black piece of wood, and I'm going to give it a little bit of framing with these square dowels. And these were left over from another project, and I just painted them black as well. So here I'm trying to figure out if it's going to fit right. They're pretty perfect, just a little bit off, but it was good enough for me, so I'm going to go for it. So now I'm just going to take my super glue wood glue and add some to the bottom of this subflooring piece of wood, scrap wood, and I'll do a little bit of hot glue on both ends. That way I don't have to hold it there forever. And I'm going to set it on top of one of my square dowels like this, and take off the excess glue with a baby wipe, make it nice and clean, and just like that it stays because of the hot glue. Now I'll do the same thing to all 4 sides. I'll show you one more, and in this case I'm just going up with the super glue, just a nice thin bead and a little bit of hot glue on both ends. Putting it down, placing my square dowel on there, and using a baby wipe I remove all the excess glue again, and I go ahead and do the rest off camera. Now here are some pieces of ribbon that I had on hand, and I'm using some Fabri-Tac fabric glue to adhere these on the insides, on the inside edges, because this piece of wood wasn't cut perfectly because it was a scrap piece, so it's not like perfectly cut. So instead of looking at gaps, I'm just covering it up with some pretty ribbon, and it matches this whole theme, so it's perfect. Now I'm going to go back in with the Waverly chalk paint in the color white to do a little bit of dry brushing on my frame. It didn't receive any earlier, so of course got to get that done. And I just go around the whole perimeter of this and get it done. So it looks like this. Now I'm ready to place my candy corn. The tall one is going to represent my husband, he's Papa. And that's the next one is me, I'm short, and then the rest are the grandkids, 1 granddaughter and 4 little grandsons. And I just adhere them all with some wood glue, and I'm just going to take some of these wooden letters from the Dollar Tree to spell out the words Candy Crew. I thought that would be cute. And now I'm going to go back in with the same candy corn colors, paint them up like this, and using the same acrylic paint marker to define these lines. Give it a little bit of definition. I don't go in with the white one, but I do just do the black. And I just kind of outline them all until they look like this. I love the look. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere these. Now on top of this one dowel, it's got a groove, which I was going to fill it with spackle, but hey, this is going to work to my benefit. So I'm going to add these letters in here. They fit in there perfectly. How about that? And I'm just going to adhere with some hot glue, and then I'll place the crew part on the inside and adhere those with hot glue as well. And look how adorable. Now I'm just going to add a little messy bow to finish it off. And look, so cute, but we're not done. No, we're not done. And I decided to do a little bow tie with some orange jute twine, and I'm just going to add it to the candy corn that's far on the right, and that one represents my granddaughter. So just gotta have a little bow, and I'm going to top it off with one of these tiny little yellow flowers, place it right in the center, And I had more of those little flowers, so I decided to add 3 to myself. And look at this, super cute. Here's how it looks and a closer look at the final reveal. This video is a part of the Let's Celebrate June-o-ween, and it is hosted by Crafting with Indiana Jones. And we're all creating a Halloween or summerween craft, or 2 or 3. So of course it's a playlist, so when you're done watching this video, please head on over to my description box, and I'll also pin it in my comments, and you'll find the link to the playlist, and enjoy. For DIY number 2, I'm going to begin with 2 of these Dollar Tree tall candles. These are the ones in the yellow, and they have a plastic that covers them, so we have to remove that. Next, I'll take some of this orange burlap ribbon that was from fall from last year from the Dollar Tree, and I'll snip off a piece that I need to go completely around these jars, and I'll do 2. And I'll also remove a couple of the strands on the sides just so it'll look a little frayed. But before I add that, I'm taking these remnant pieces of chiffon fabric that I had from another project from Halloween from last year. I'll put it here up on the screen so you can see it. These are just remnant pieces, and I'm going to do a little bit of white on the top, and using my Fabric Tech fabric glue, I'm going to adhere this piece completely around the top of this tall candle in this manner. And this Fabric Tech glue adheres very nicely, very quickly. So now I'm going to take some of this white mesh ribbon. This is from the Floral Garden section of the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take enough to go around this candle as well, this jar, and pressing it down on the existing adhesive that was on there. Now I'll place my orange burlap ribbon around it. And I'm really liking these different textures. I think that is such a cute look. So I'm adding this with the Fabric Tech glue as well, putting it nice and tight. And I'll do this to both. Now I'm going to take these remnant pieces of jute twine that were from the burlap ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a simple knot and bow. But later I do end up adding a sprig of some pretty florals that you'll see in my next DIY. So it won't end up looking like this. It'll have a little sprig where the bow is, and it's going to be super cute. So yeah, this one was super easy, and look how adorable. And this is how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 3, I'm using one of these truck plaques from the Dollar Tree. I'm removing the jute twine hanger, but we will see that later. Now I'm going to take 3 of these tumbling tower blocks, and I'm going to take them and adhere them to each other to make one longer piece. And I'm just using regular hot glue. And if you guys hear rain, yeah, we're having a rainstorm today. So I'm going to take some more hot glue, and I'm going to adhere it to the back of the truck like this. It's going to create like a little shelf. And now I'm going to take these peg people. These were from Amazon. And I'm using a dad, a mom, a little girl, twin boys, and a little toddler. Now I'm going to go in with my same candy corn colors, paint them like this. I'm going to take some of the Waverly chalk paint in the color white to do a little bit of dry brushing. Now this is going to be a gift for a friend of mine, so this will represent her family. But if I was doing this for myself, I would dry brush it with some black. Yeah. Yeah, make it look a little spooky for Halloween. But it's a gift, so, and she likes the white. So, white it is. And I'm just going to go through this whole truck and just do a very light dry brushing everywhere until it looks like this. Just look how adorable. Now I'm going to take some more of my acrylic markers, and I'm going to do a little bit of details. First, I'll do the little faces. I'm not great with faces, but simple eyes, mouth, and nose is pretty easy. I do give the mama a little bit of eyelashes. Didn't look too bad. And the little girl, of course, make it simple. The little boys, I give them kind of a crooked smile. Believe me, it's appropriate for them. And they know it. But look how cute. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to take some of this yellow. And I wanted to do dots on the truck, but this yellow was very light, and it's hardly noticeable from here. But you can see them. Now the little girl, I just had to use a little bit of yellow for her hair ties to match her dress. And now I'm going to take some of the white, and I'm going to do some polka dots on Mama's dress. And I also do the girl's dress as well. So look, Mama's got long hair. And yes, they are redheads. So they are perfect for candy corn people. Oh my goodness, I can't even express. So So the little dots for their little girl's dress as well. Look how cute. And then for the boys, all the males, I'll take the orange and I'll just do little buttons on the white shirts like this. Super cute. And the little toddler, I gave him like pajama polka dots on his little yellow shirt. He's usually in pajamas anyway, so it's cute. And now I'm ready for the fun part, assembling everything. So I'm going to add my little people up top, but I'm noticing there's not much of a ledge. They're falling off. So I'm going to turn this back over and take 2 more of the tumbling tower blocks, adhere them together like this, and then adhere these as a second level on the top. Just make it a little bit taller. That'll be good. And now I'll touch all this back up with some of the orange paint like this. Now this is a little bit more substantial. This will be easier. And I'm going to take a heavy bottle of paint to hold this truck up. And I'm going to begin to assemble this. And I'm just going to do a dab of glue, place the little girl in the front, and add one of my twin boys. And then add the toddler in the back. That way everything's spaced out perfectly. And add the second twin boy. Now I'll do a little bit of embellishing with some of these florals, and I do add the mom and dad. And here's how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. If you're on Instagram, I invite you to come follow me on there. Here's my QR code. I do post on there Monday through Friday every day, as well as my TikTok. Here's my QR code for my TikTok. Here is my Pinterest handle. I do have a crafting group on Facebook, and I invite you to come join us there. And now we're at the final reveal. Let me know what you think and which one's your favorite one. Well, let's take a moment and thank Annie from Crafting with Annie Jones for creating this fun playlist. I really enjoyed participating in it. I do love Halloween and especially candy corn, and I was happy to create 2 videos this June to celebrate June-o-ween. It was so much fun. Now when you're done watching this video, please head on over to my description box and enjoy the playlist. It's going to be filled with so much inspiration for June-o-ween, summerween, and Halloween. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong, and have a great day. Bye-bye.